Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
And great to have you with us on this Friday. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Oh, these great big things. This big, what is this, a 10-pound bag of sugary death? Somebody's trying to assassinate me.
Somebody dipped packing peanuts into sugar. And,
no, these are really good. What? Who's this from? Tamara, I think, right? I
think so.
It's from Tamarath. So thank you.
And when you say really
Thank you
good,
for these.
when you say really good, they're
really
not
good.
Sour Patch.
No, they're not
so
Sour Patch.
I appreciate
They're really
Tamara.
good, so shut up.
Thank you for the candy, and thank you for the socks. I don't know who sent me socks or
And what'd you get?
the purpose.
Jeffy, did this
But
all
thank you.
come from the same person?
I mean, I didn't get anything.
Yeah.
No.
What I got down here
I
is
thought
something
you got
else.
beer or
yeah,
something.
I got some kind of beer.
Oh.
Some kind of beer.
Oh,
but
maybe
that's not,
maybe we got the wrong packages mixed up then. No? You got these socks?
Socks
Anyway.
were for Jeffy, the beer for Keith. Yeah, I think that's how it went.
I think these might be for my dog. Somebody just hypothesized on Twitter.
yeah, mine
The
was from
socks are for your dog?
Yeah, because she's always stealing socks. So
Oh,
I bet that's
okay.
what that is.
I bet.
Armed Forces Brewing Company.
Oh, nice.
So, a 12-pack of
Can I
beer.
try one right now?
We'll get to it.
I love the expression on your face there. That's priceless.
Sample the goods.
So last night, the NFL regular season debuted.
Sure
Yeah,
did.
how about them brand new Lions, baby?
The Kansas City Chiefs lost to the Detroit Lions. It's 21-20. Pretty good game.
That was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Because throughout the whole, I don't know, second half, you just figured, well, Kansas City's going to come back and win this thing. It's going to be over.
Or the Lions are going to pull a Lions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think Kadarius Toney, man, he might be looking for a job soon. Can't catch the ball. That was rough. One of the
And you could tell that there was no Travis Kelce on that offense, man.
Yeah,
that
it's
was
too
a
bad.
big loss.
Too bad.
that might have been the difference.
Yeah.
All right. So, full weekend of college football on the way. NFL football really kicks into gear, obviously, on Sunday. So, autumn is here. Yes, it was 109 on my way home yesterday. I know. Well, doesn't necessarily feel like autumn, but
it does not.
Well, this
not
should be
to
our
us
last
anyway.
100-year day.
Yeah, that's great. Because apparently 90s today. I saw one of the days predicted to be, I think it was Wednesday next week, Tuesday or Wednesday, 79.
Wow. It'll have to pull out a jacket.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, when it's 40 degrees cooler, yeah, that's...
Yeah, Pat 2.0 will definitely be wearing a jacket at 79 degrees.
I think so. Yeah, you're right. Hey, the earpiece audio from the Medal of Honor event the other day that Biden left early, I guess it's just been discovered.
I love this guy.
We have it for you, and so we decided to share it. Here's the earpiece audio.
All right, Joe, let's try to do this without screwing it up. It's just simple. Pin it on him so we can go. Don't sniff him. There you go. There you go. Don't stick him with the pin. There. Get it on there. Come on. This isn't that hard.
Uh-huh.
There. All right. Straighten it out. Salute him so we can get out of here. What are you doing? Quit playing with it. Look. Man, I really feel bad for this guy. All right. Salute him so we can get out of here. Yep. All right, yep. Now just salute him so we can go home. All right, good. Now we just had to do the prayer and then we'll... Where are you going, Joe? Joe, where the hell are you going? Oh, my God. I didn't say leave yet. Is his earpiece even on?
So that's slightly different than
I
the
feel so bad for this guy.
official
Can someone
narrative
bring-
on this.
You know what? Never mind.
Never mind.
Just do the dang prayer. Let's end this.
Kill it.
Also, he was on his way to the to Air Force One. I guess is he going to India? Is that where he's headed?
Kamala's out running around somewhere.
Yeah.
And
So he's doing
I
the
guess
back half of that now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not doing the full.
So he's headed to India, I believe. Here's his walk to the plane yesterday. It's salutes. the Secret Service.
He's leaning on her.
Okay.
God.
Let me just mosey.
I'm supposed to
salute. Weak ass.
He saluted the Secret Service.
Yeah.
What in the hell?
Short
He
stairs.
doesn't. The short stairs. And by the way, people are noticing now, other than us.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us, though. NPR has noticed and written about the fact that why is Joe Biden now taking the short stairs on Air Force One? It's one of the iconic images, they write, of the American presidency, the commander-in-chief standing and waving to the cameras from the top of the stairs leading to Air Force One. But recently, President Biden has been avoiding climbing up the sometimes wobbly 18-foot staircase that's trucked over to the plane's upper door. More often than not, he's using a much shorter and sturdier set. So they're blaming the stairs for this because they're wobbly. Come on.
Well, you remember they blamed the wind for that when he fell 3 times up the stairs.
Oh, yeah.
That was a windy day
wind.
when it was like
Wind.
6 miles per hour or something.
Biden, 80, has stumbled on the tall stairs more than once. The short stairs have the distinct advantage of moving most of Biden's ascent into Air Force One out of the public view. Right. Thanks for noticing.
In behind a parked car.
Yes.
But for those who have noticed the shift, it also draws attention to one of Biden's greatest political liabilities as he seeks re-election: his age.
Yep.
Biden had been using the short stairs now and then since taking office, but an NPR review of 2 databases of news and the photographs show that there's been a dramatic change since June. That's when Biden tripped over a sandbag and fell on stage. Yeah, they want to avoid that at all costs because it's such a bad visual. I mean, even if you're completely spry, they don't want... The American people are going to be worried if you keep falling all the time.
Well, they claim that they still roll out the big stairs for the big events and the red carpet events. So I guess the stairs show up then, easy enough to find at an airport on the tarmac.
Yeah,
because they try to make you believe that. Well, we have to find those raggedy stairs that he walked. Okay, and they also go on to say that W used the short stairs out of security concerns, around 9/11. Former Donald Trump used the short stairs more than Obama, though fewer times in total in his 4 years than Biden has to this point.
So fewer times in 4 years
Correct.
than Biden has in 2.
I would also estimate that in the 100 or so years we've been recording video of our presidents, this one has probably tripped more than all others combined on camera.
Okay, and the interesting thing about that
they had to go back to Bob Dole.
Yeah. Gerald Ford fell once.
And that was his legacy.
And that was forever.
And
he
Bob
was
Dole
the
wasn't
guy
even president.
who's clumsy. Yeah, and Bob Dole wasn't even president. Yeah. I mean, it's so obvious. The bias is so obvious.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, when people think or mention Gerald Ford, what's the first thing you think of? Him falling.
Chevy Chase.
That Chevy Chase bit where he falls all the time. This guy is...
Right. If Saturday Night Live
decrepit.
wants to honor their legacy, then every week they would have a skit that shows a Joe Biden impersonator falling.
Yeah. And even though he didn't fall, that shuffle to the plane yesterday, watch this again. It just accentuates
every
his
walk
age
is painful.
Every time. Look how painful this is as he walks to... Okay.
I'm telling you, he's leaning on her, man.
I think he is. Yeah.
Okay, don't leave.
All right, let me just... Okay, he walked me most of the way. This is dangerous.
Heel toe.
Salute the
heel toe.
Secret Service.
I mean, this is a big challenge getting up those stairs for him.
Yep. He's hanging on for dear life.
Now, we'll get to it later, but he's got a new campaign ad out that you have to see, and there'll be just a quick nanosecond of him at the bottom stairs, him and that guy that's laundering money in Ukraine, Zelensky, and you're like, no, don't just show one clip of this, because they're at the bottom of these stairs. You're like, I want to see this, and we never did get to see. I never saw it when it happened. You'll see shortly. All right. It's fascinating.
But it seems like even CNN might be done with Joe.
Yeah.
Here's how they opened one of their programs yesterday.
Oof, problematic new polling numbers out this morning for President Biden. The CNN poll finds his approval rating sinking to just 39%. Democrats on notice as the 2024 race for the White House heats up. Among voters' concerns, Biden's age. They're worried about his mental and physical competence, along with how well he understands the concerns of future generations of Americans. Another big issue, the economy. 58% say Biden's policies have made economic conditions
58%.
Wow.
You realize how much he sucks at the economy.
So that's more than just Republicans.
Yeah.
People are taking note that this guy sucks in every way.
Every way.
He's not capable of being our president, and yet he sits in the Oval Office still. Why? One of the polling questions they had in their survey was about Joe's possible involvement in Hunter's illegal business dealings.
Oh.
We're talking about, Dana, here, the time when he was vice president, right? Whether Joe Biden was involved in Hunter Biden's business dealings at the time he served as vice president. Overall, if you look here, 61% of Americans think Joe Biden was involved. You can see
But he said he wasn't.
partisanship drives this, right? Obviously, nearly all Republicans, 90%, believe that. This has been a major storyline and talking point on Fox News and elsewhere. 64% of independents believe that Biden was involved in Hunter's business dealings. 28% of Democrats.
Wow.
And I want to show you
That's
of
amazing.
that 61% overall there that believe he had dealings. 42%, Dana, think that Joe Biden acted illegally when he was vice president in those business dealings.
Of course he did.
38% say not involved. 18% said he acted unethically but not illegally. But that is a significant number as well.
Yeah.
So 60% say he was either, at the very least, unethical.
Yep.
Yeah. And this CNN poll had so many fascinating numbers in it. And one of the stats was 70% of the country thinks things are going badly. Should be higher, obviously.
No kidding.
But still, you got 70% of Americans saying, yeah, things suck. That shouldn't be a guy who's going to get 81 million votes, I say.
Wow.
Coming up.
It's a bold statement.
Yeah,
It's bold.
I don't anticipate 81 million votes again.
Huh.
What do you anticipate? 83, 84,
85, probably 90, 100 million.
Disapproval rating 61%, only 38%, I think, in that poll.
So 82.
Something like that. Yeah, whatever that is.
So we also have some poll numbers on how Biden would fare against prospective GOP opponents. And this is from that same CNN poll.
A lot of stuff in here.
Check this out, the poll numbers against candidates. But do we have it?
We have the graphic that shows how it breaks down. All the different Republicans against Biden, prospectively. By the way, while you look for that, it was 39% approval is what CNN said. And they said that only Jimmy Carter had a worse one. Now, listen, I was alive during the Jimmy Carter years, but I don't remember them because, like Joe, at the time, I was running around in diapers. But my question is, did it really get... It feels like this would be worse than the Jimmy Carter era. So why are the poll numbers... Why is Jimmy Carter still at the bottom of that list?
Well, we were in line. I mean, we
gas lines,
I remember, sitting on my grandpa's lap waiting to get gas.
Sure.
Every other day, it was like even odd, right? It was even odd for the license plates to get gas. Right. And Jimmy Carter was telling my grandfolks to turn their thermostat down.
Yeah, put on an extra sweater.
I wasn't born yet, so I don't remember.
You don't remember? Yeah, okay.
I know what I've read in history books is all I got to go on there.
But this is a fascinating takeaway from that CNN poll. There's your numbers.
There it is. So you got Trump beating him by 1. DeSantis and Biden are tied.
Okay.
Nikki Haley supposedly leads by 6%.
This has got to
over
stop.
Biden.
This has got to stop.
What is the Nikki Haley thing?
It's because she's a neocon. And that's what the Republican Party wants in office.
Right. Yeah.
They want to continue this war in Ukraine, too.
Look at the worst candidates in the GOP are the ones who supposedly fare the best against Biden. Haley, 6-point lead. Pence, 2, leads by 2 over Biden. Tim Scott by 2. Biden actually leads Ramaswamy by 1. Chris Christie by 2. Okay.
Chris, get out of here.
Well, I mean, that's except for Vivek like cake. That's anybody but Biden. Well, I mean, that's a pull anybody but Biden. But there's no way, Nikki Haley.
No way.
So that Nikki Haley thing, I guess Speaker McCarthy sent out a thing yesterday that said, like, who would you like to see us in the GOP get behind for president? And I don't know who got this. I just saw it circulating on Twitter. And at the top of the list was Nikki Haley.
Oh, come on.
Like, that was your top option. Like, it wasn't in alphabetical order. It wasn't in support order, so Trump would have been at the top.
Yeah.
It was Nikki Haley or any of these other people. I mean, come on, stop.
They want that Ukraine money.
They sure do.
Yeah. Well, and the establishment Republicans love her because she's an establishment rhino. That's what she is. And she's of the old school warmongering. So good for her. And she equivocates on even on abortion. I mean, she doesn't want us to be all in for life when it comes to a baby.
Well, what is she, I mean, she's okay to kill a baby just sometimes? Or?
Yeah, she wants us. I think what she wants really is for us not to talk about it because she thinks it hurts the Republican Party.
She thinks she can be GOP 20 years ago.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, and you're right. To your point, when you originally said, they're turning on him on the left because just in the last 72 hours alone, we've had a story that was unfavorable to him, Joe Biden, in the New York Times. We have this NPR article talking about the stairs. We got the CNN poll. I mean, this is just all in the last few days.
Yeah.
It's time. It's happening. They said
the writing's
after
on the
Labor
wall.
Day, if this guy is still in office, he's a liability. It's going to be too late if we wait too long to get a Newsom or a
Maybe
Michelle.
I've been too cynical on that. I have maintained the whole time that they're going to stick with Biden. And I still lean that way, but I don't know. The tide is turning a little bit.
And I feel like they didn't want him to come out and say he was going to run again. Right?
Right, because remember how long that took?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It was always mysterious. Like, are you going to
Yes.
run? Well, I can't say right now. And then it was after Christmas, after him and Jill get back from the break. And then how long was it? When did he announce it was long after
long time.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And it was basically, I can't tell you that I'm going to run even though I am.
Right.
But I can't tell you right now.
April 25th.
Okay.
4 months after this Christmas powwow, when they were going to figure it out, because his party can't stand him either. But they're getting what they want out of him with Obama pulling the strings.
I just read an article about I saw a story about this billionaire who was on TV saying how much he loved capitalism and how he was sad for the direction of the country. And, he believes in America. And then deep in the story, it says, well, I voted for Biden. And I thought,
jeez,
dude,
wait a minute.
Dude,
oh boy,
okay. This is what you get, man.
Yep.
You're a billionaire and you didn't know that, you didn't see that. Okay.
Well, you know what though, you'd vote for Biden too if you saw this latest campaign ad he just came up with.
Okay, awesome.
I think you'll be sold.
It was the first time in modern history
Very significant moment on the world stage.
that an American president went into a war zone not controlled by the United States.
A nearly 40-hour journey in and out of Ukraine.
President Biden left Washington, D.C. at 4 a.m. on Sunday. He landed in eastern Poland and then took a 9.5-hour train to Kyiv.
He entered Ukraine under the cover of night. And in the morning, Joe Biden walked shoulder to shoulder with our allies in the war-torn streets, standing up for democracy in a place where a tyrant is waging war to take it away.
Air raid sirens blared as the two men walked together.
In the middle of a war zone, Joe Biden showed the world what America is made of. That's the quiet strength of a true leader who doesn't back down to a dictator. Biden, president.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So I go back to my question. Now, are you ready to vote for Joe Biden?
You're 100% right. I am.
You saw his strength?
I'm so inspired right now at this particular juncture. And it's interesting that he flew to Poland. Then he took a 9-hour train.
Had to take a train.
Was Ange there? Was Angie there telling him about how how many train miles he's traveled? I wonder. I bet he was. I bet we'll be hearing that. I flew to Poland one time.
Did you?
And then I took a train to Kyiv. And Ange, I called him Ange. His name was Angelo.
Yeah, it's like a pet name.
And he died a long time ago, but Ange was there.
Wait, what?
And he had a story about how many miles I've gone on trains.
Oh, wow.
Between Poland and Ukraine? Or?
Between Poland and Ukraine, over 17 million miles on the train.
Did you like that spin, that line from that ad that said, the first American president to fly into a war zone not controlled by Americans.
United States.
Yeah. Well, okay. But you didn't drop into Berlin in 1944. Stop. It was Ukraine, not Moscow. But don't forget the stairs, though. I mean, he can handle. Look at that. See? I want to see how high those stairs go. And like,
Joe Biden showed.
You have to take his breath. Catch his breath at the top.
I mean, that was in. How long ago was that? Because he was in better shape there.
Well,
that wasn't very long
ago. And that's what that moment in Kyiv is what KJP leaned on during her interview with Jake Tapper. But Jake, remember, he flew to Europe.
Right.
Is that Zelensky? Put that back on the screen.
That was Zelensky.
Is that Zelensky's body double at the bottom of the stairs?
Oh my word.
How many Zelenskys are there?
Right?
That'd be fun to enhance that. And, because, same haircut.
That's awesome.
It's the same guy.
Same size. same
sweater,
attire.
everything.
Oh,
same logo. Yeah.
All right.
Bro.
Interesting.
Jeffy.
That's a good find, Jeffy.
That's a good
find.
I know.
All right. I got to take a minute and tell you about Fume. Cold turkey may be great on sandwiches, but there's a better way to break your bad habits. Not talking about some weird mind voodoo from your crazy neighbor. We're talking about our sponsor, Fume. And they look at the problem in a different way. Not everything in a bad habit is wrong. So instead of a drastic, uncomfortable change, just remove the bad from your habit. Fume is an innovative, award-winning device that does just that. Instead of electronics, Fume is completely natural. Instead of vapor, Fume uses flavored air. And instead of harmful chemicals, Fume uses all natural, delicious flavors. So instead of bad, Fume is good. It's a habit you're free to enjoy, and it makes replacing your bad habit really easy. Join Fume to accelerate humanity's breakup from destructive habits by picking up the Journey Pack today. Head to Fume.com. Try Fume.com. TRYFUM.com. Use the promo code UNLEASHED. And you'll save 10% when you get the Journey Pack today. That's try Fume, F-U-M, and use the promo code UNLEASHED to save an additional 10% off your order today.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
It's so great to have an active, vibrant president flying all over the world, isn't it? He's just fantastic.
Well, I mean, he took a 9.5-hour train ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you want in a president?
Yeah. You know how many miles he's traveled between Poland and Kyiv? Over 17 million. It's according to Ange. And Ange knows because he's always there when Joe shows up at the train tracks. And so he's been logging that. He's been logging all those Biden journeys.
Hang on a second. You can't get through the Ange recollection without throwing out a Joey baby.
I thought he was going to get a shot. I said, no, guys, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. And the way he tells Joey baby.
The Secret Service came up and I said, no, it's
don't
fine.
Shoot him. Don't shoot. I thought they were going to shoot him. No joke. I'm not joking.
Oh my gosh.
By the way, you up there, don't jump. Don't jump. Also, another political ad that's just been released is from Ron DeSantis. Ron is taking a different tack right now, it looks like. I think he's throwing caution to the wind.
But he has to now, right?
Has to, because he's so far behind. And I think by now they really believe they're going to get some traction, and it'd be a much closer race. But it isn't.
No, it's not.
And so whatever they've been doing hasn't really been working. So they're trying a little bit different. And here it is.
When the world lost its mind, when common sense suddenly became an uncommon virtue.
Indoor and outdoor venues should be closed.
You know what our biggest enemy is in America? Our fellow Americans.
Cool. You're
Now is
welcome.
the time to do what you're told. You got to do something draconian.
Florida was a refuge of sanity.
Mandates, lockdowns, fines. We're just not doing that. They are not effective. Let me tell you that right now.
I don't think government has a right to put these people out of work.
If the rest of the country had done everything that Ron DeSantis said and did in Florida, we'd be in a much better place.
You're trying to deny kids a proper in-person education. I'm going to stand in your way.
When Ron DeSantis decided to think for himself and use common sense, the experts said he was a murderer. Wrong again. Turns out Florida handled COVID the best.
You are trying to lock people down. I am standing in your way.
It's hard to find these in Florida.
Just when you thought COVID madness was in the past and the pandemic was over, we keep getting pulled back in.
Joe Biden is pushing new shots, and the media is demanding you break out the masks.
Those policies were destructive for this country. They hurt people. They hurt our economy.
We're going to bring a reckoning to this health bureaucracy and this medical swamp.
As your president, I will never let the deep state bureaucrats lock you down. You don't take somebody like Fauci and coddle him. You bring Fauci in, you sit him down, and you say, Anthony, you are fired.
There you go.
RD24.
It really doesn't do it for me.
No?
Not like
Really?
the 9.5 hour train ride guy?
No, I mean that. Hello.
At least he's going after Biden.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
there's an undercurrent of maybe Trump had something to do with it too. But
Well, I mean, that's what he was saying in that clip.
Yes.
You don't coddle Fauci.
Right. But you focused on Biden, and that's what they should be doing because he's doing such a terrible job and needs to go.
No, but to your point, though, DeSantis is pushing back now.
Yes, he
on
is.
Trump.
He is.
Yeah, he's saying stuff
He is.
like, what was the quote again, Jeffy, about?
Well, there's one that I saw where he talks about he goes after Trump saying he was mad that he couldn't believe Trump said Cuomo handled COVID better than him because he knows he's a threat to his ambitions.
Right.
So he's starting to push back on Trump a little bit.
Yeah. And he pointed out that, this is DeSantis talking, this is after Trump praised Florida.
Correct.
And then there was another thing that, I heard that in January of 2021, it was the Trump administration, not the Biden administration. So Trump was still in office, that reached out to Florida and was like, you're going to do mask mandates again, right? I mean, you could just say that's just people within the administration that were just carrying it out. But still, I mean, it just shows the lack of control over people like Fauci and Deborah Birx.
Right. He also said in this one interview that I was looking at the clip from it that he wishes Trump had more reach on social media so everyone could see the crazy things he's saying.
Okay. Here we go. All right. Well,
yeah, it's on like Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
And to your point, DeSantis is like, all right, it's
not
do or
working.
die.
So
whatever you do,
I'm going to go directly at him. And that ad was a little bit indirect, but on social media and elsewhere, they're going after him now.
Yeah.
So on Wednesday, September 27th is the next Republican debate. Perhaps Donald Trump can show up and have this conversation with Ron DeSantis for all of us to see.
And again, for the fans of DeSantis, for the fans of Trump, I like them both. I don't know who I'm going to vote for yet. I don't know. But this is where you sort it out and find the best possible person, right? So we're trying to do
where
that.
You're supposed to.
We're trying to sort it out right now.
And y'all decide for me, DeSantis or Trump, because I'm voting for RFK so I can get Biden out of here as quick as possible.
Yeah, but not in the general.
No, in the
Not
primary.
in the general.
That's all I'm referring
Right.
to here.
So between Trump, DeSantis, Ramaswamy, I mean, I think we all agree, I hope, that they're certainly better than any
Absolutely.
Democrat,
Yes.
right? And especially Joe Biden. So let's not destroy each other before we get to the general. That's all I'm asking. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. We should probably mention that there'll be a little bit different feel on Fridays for a while. We've decided, because of all of the obstacles that we face now, with cell phones and very few landlines, and nobody answers their phone anymore. It's really hard to get contestants for more on trivia, and especially in the major cities where the NFL resides. So we're going to hold off on more on trivia until the playoffs.
Yeah.
We're going to do it for the playoffs.
Still doing it.
Still doing it.
Still doing it?
Yeah. Just
Please
when
don't
it
get me started on the
gets to the playoff.
Don't talk to me about playoffs.
It's just, the last couple of years have been really challenging trying to get somebody on the phone, answer it, try to find, morons.
Wait.
It's just more difficult.
And never mind the fact that the world is on fire and we got plenty to talk about.
To discuss.
Can't cover it all.
Exactly.
Don't want to burn, an hour out of 10 every week.
So more on trivia will return just a little bit later than normal. Okay? Around playoff season. All right. Also, someone has remade The Rich Men North of Richmond featuring Donald Trump this time.
Like a remix. Okay. All right.
It's a shame what the world's gotten to.
There you go. Isn't that fun?
People like me and people like you.
Now it's back in our head. You're welcome.
And it not be true, but it is.
Oh, Jeffy doesn't like this one.
It is living in the new world with an old soul.
What's wrong, Jeff?
These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just want to have.
How do you make these, man? How do you do this?
It's astounding, really. A lot of work goes into this.
Yeah. But I know that you do, because your dollar ain't and it's checks to no end. Those rich men,
Wow.
rich men.
This is not easy to do.
I don't know if they know this. Trump is one of the rich men north of Richmond.
No, he lives in Florida.
Oh, okay.
He lives in Florida, so he's south of Richmond.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Never mind then.
So I don't know what you're talking about.
You didn't like that?
That's great.
Okay.
Great.
Doesn't seem like you like it.
It was great. I just said that.
Yeah, we got the eye roll out of him, so that's
a
always
lot of
good.
eye rolls.
That's always good. Also, Vivek Ramaswamy doesn't have time for this show, of course.
What's the deal with that?
Find the time. Chris, what's the latest on Ramaswamy?
Bro, I've been emailed him at least twice a week.
Why are we getting blown off? He does everybody.
I don't know.
Except us.
I don't know.
That's
Keith has a
bizarre.
theory, and I don't know if you want to air it.
Yeah, I got it right
Okay,
here.
go for
Here's my theory. It's right here in my hand. And my theory is, I mentioned on a Twitter space, which I'm sure Vivek was listening to, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, I said, hey, if you ever see off in the corner here this stack of papers, it's getting thicker and thicker because these are all of my questions that I have for Vivek.
Yeah, and I got a bunch too.
Yeah, so.
But, Glenn asked him some tough questions the other day when he had him on. Are you that? Come on. I mean, what's the deal?
You are a scary person.
He's
yeah.
I'm sure it'll be soon.
He's been interviewed by 7-Eleven store clerks. But he won't come on this show.
Well, I mean, the clip we have that we're about to get to, he was on MSNBC. So
yeah. Oh man. Man, oh man.
So in other words,
yeah,
that's fine.
All right,
that's fine.
Well, it must have gone really well on MSNBC, right?
Probably regretting this.
Here it is.
Yeah.
You say you are anti-identity politics, anti-affirmative action in a party that hates the Soros name, yet you accepted a Paul and Daisy Soros scholarship at law school that was specifically set up for the children of immigrants. It was an affirmative action scholarship, and your defense for that is that you didn't have the money to pay for law school, even though you'd already made over $1 million at the time and made another $2 million.
My defense of that is somebody gives you a merit scholarship at the age of 24, you take it. At the age of 24, somebody gives you a merit scholarship, you take it. I didn't say I didn't have the money. I said at a time when I had a lot less money than now, $50,000
you said exactly I didn't have the money, Vivek. You keep forgetting your quote. You said when I didn't have the money.
So, Mehdi, I've made this really easy for everybody. And I did this in the early weeks of the campaign. I released 20 years of tax returns.
Yes, you did.
Something that no presidential candidate, let alone somebody who's successful in business, has done. I challenge Democrats and Republicans alike, including the Biden family, to do it.
And we looked at
you know
them,
what?
Vivek.
I released it so that you could look at them, so we can have an
Thank you
honest
so much,
conversation.
and I appreciate that.
The funny
And
thing
Vivek,
I've
I do
learned.
appreciate that. It's something Trump should
and I
learn
think that
from you.
transparency is
But
important.
look,
so
it's
already open and everybody can see it.
Exactly. We have 2009
But the fact of the matter is, you know what I would advise every...
Hold on, you told me
every
to look at them. I'm
24-year-old
looking at
should
them.
take
2009
$50,000.
and 2010, you made $750,000. You had the money to pay for law school. You didn't need a Soros affirmative action scholarship that you now criticize.
I mean, none of this is worthy, but if you think it is, let's get to the detail. That was actually the
it
first
is
big
worthy. You
piece
say
of
you're
money
anti-affirmative action. You took a scholarship for immigrants.
I'm anti-affirmative action.
Let him answer
it
for a second. Let him answer the question, douche. Jeez. And he is a child of immigrants.
That's a fact.
So your only problem with it is that he's wealthy, or he was wealthier than most of the immigrants who get the scholarship.
Right.
He's saying, hey, I was offered a $50,000 scholarship. I'm going to take it. Is that a crime? No. No, it is not.
No.
This guy. And he's just an attack dog.
Right.
I mean, I don't mind asking the tough question. Let the guy answer it for one thing. And then maybe tone down the obvious hatred you have for him for just a second.
There is a forum where Vivek could have time to answer questions. I don't know if
there is, actually.
And it could happen on this show. And by the way, we've told him, we'll have you on for an hour if you want. We'll have you on for half an hour, 15 minutes, whatever, any day, anytime. Just come on. So... we certainly won't treat him like this douchebag did from MSNBC. I will ask him questions that are, I don't know if he wants to answer them or not, but we will ask all the questions that are pertinent to us in our audience.
Right.
You want to finish this crazy clip?
Yeah, let's see.
Okay.
Well, you took a scholarship for immigrants.
I'm anti-affirmative action.
So why'd you take a scholarship for the children of immigrants?
Which falsehood would you like me to address? The financial one or the one about my views on affirmative action? Because I can go in whichever order you like. On the financial piece of it. Not at the time that I had applied for the scholarship that fall.
Yes, you did.
That December.
Yes, you did, Vivek. This is awkward for you because you did. I've got the tax returns in front of my face.
No, it's not awkward for you.
Let him answer.
On December 31st, when the application for the scholarship was that October. Mehdi, you're wasting your time on childish details in October of that year when I applied for that scholarship. And it was, well, guess what? The bonuses that a hedge fund pays, and it's a shame that, again, you don't have to be an expert on this, but if you're going to spout out, you better know something about it. People pay at a hedge fund the bonuses at the end of a year, and on December 31st, that's when I was paid. I applied for the scholarship that September, and I did not grow up in a wealthy family.
Vivek, you made more money the previous year.
I made $200,000 pre-tax or whatever it was.
No, you didn't.
And you know what?
Hold on. No, you didn't. You're now telling flat. In 2009,
you have my tax returns in front of you. I don't remember what I made in 2009.
In 2009, you made $650,000. In 2010, you made less, $450,000. So the argument that you only made the money pre the scholarship, so now we're bringing tax into it. We've been using gross numbers.
Absolutely.
Vivek, you're wrong on this. Go back to check your tax returns.
$50,000 obviously makes a big difference.
And then you accepted a Soros scholarship for $50,000 when you didn't need it.
Wow. I mean, that is despicable. Jeez. That's as bad an interview as you could probably do. Let the guy answer a question without, well, he has to contradict everything he says even before he says it.
Right.
Bizarre.
But yeah, class warfare. And
right.
Affirmative action take. I mean, we're sitting over here just like, and we just kind of want a Soros answer, though.
And if the worst thing you can come up with is that he accepted a scholarship from George Soros's brother when he was 24 years old, I'd say he's pretty qualified for office.
And it wasn't even, it was part of this foundation scholarship, right? I mean, I know that it was the Soros
it was George
Foundation
Soros's
or whatever,
brother's
but it wasn't like
foundation.
George came down from the stairway and said, Vivek.
Right. No, George didn't have anything to do with it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let me tell you about the greatest threat to the U.S. dollar's global dominance for the past 80 years. It's this BRICS gathering. The nations of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. They're trying to put together their own international super currency, fully backed by gold or other commodities. It's their long-term plan to supplant the U.S. dollar. So how do you protect your IRA or your 401k from the fallout from this landmark announcement? Well, you diversify with gold from Birch Gold Group. Historically, gold has been a safe haven. in times of high uncertainty, like, I don't know, now. Now, go through the info kit they're going to send you and see if it's right for you. I'm not a financial advisor, but you can get all the information from a financial advisor and decide for yourself. Get the free info kit on gold IRAs. And see if a tax-sheltered retirement account backed by physical precious metals is right for you. Just text the word PAT to 989898. There's a monumental shift happening right now. Nations that control 1/3 of the world's GDP, and it kicks off very soon. It's already kicked off. They are trying desperately to end the dollar's dominance. So arm yourself with the information and protect your retirement savings. Text PAT to the number 989898 to claim your free info kit from Birch Gold.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right. Joe Biden isn't the only geezer in Washington who needs to be replaced, as we all know. Yeah, geezer. Mm-hmm. Needs to be replaced.
Wow.
But the head of the Republican Party in the Senate, Mitch McConnell, he's in that same boat.
Sure is.
And some fellow Republicans are starting to speak out now, like Senator Josh Hawley, who had this to say.
I don't think you can have it both ways. I mean, if you're concerned about the president's ability to do his job, and I am, and a lot of Republicans say they are, then you've got to be concerned when it's somebody from your own party.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sauce for the goose, but not for the gander. Is he able to do the job? I mean, he's going to have to answer that question. Do I think he should be leader? No.
No. How about that?
Okay.
Thank you for that.
Josh Hawley might work.
A lot of Republicans are just playing partisan, and they're not. They're not calling for him to. Well, what about Joe Biden? Well, yeah, we've dealt with that, and we continue to deal with that. But we also have to deal with Mitch McConnell, who is frozen up twice in public. Who knows how many times in private? Who knows?
No kidding.
I mean, how do we know what decisions he's able to make?
Right.
And what is happening behind the scenes? I mean, if it's this bad on those occasions when he's doing press conferences, those aren't the only times it's happened.
Can't be.
Can we agree on that?
Can't be.
That's not, and it's not lightheadedness. What?
It's not dehydration.
Dehydration. Yeah, right. Who's ever get a drink of water if you're dehydrated. Don't stand there and freeze up like a deer in headlights.
So, if you got Mitch McConnell to somehow miraculously go away right now, which Republican senator would you like to see run the minority right now in the Senate? I mean, what about Josh Hawley, who just was...
What about Josh
That's
Hawley?
not who they're talking about, though.
What about Mike Lee?
Is it going to be John Thune, who's number 2 in power?
They're talking about Cornyn.
Oh, what?
Are they really?
I will...
John Cornyn.
No, I will.
No.
I will break things.
Wouldn't mind the junior senator from Texas, however, Ted Cruz.
Could live with that.
Could live with that
Rand
easily.
Paul?
Yep.
I swear, if I will break things.
You're just replacing one establishment bonehead for another.
Oh my gosh. So wait, how would the Republican whip John Thune?
I just saw a story.
Doesn't he have the claim to that?
I guess so.
Based on the
He
hierarchy?
also has the body of a Greek god.
That's right. So that qualifies him.
As you know.
I know.
I was in the Senate bathhouse when I was still alive. This
see.
was before I died.
Yeah, we can see a little bit more of...
I didn't leave this life. This life left me. But John Thune came into the Senate bathhouse with the body of a Greek god.
Wow.
Naked as a jailbird. He crawled in next to me, and we made tender love for the next 17 hours.
I could be a fan of the Senate bathhouse.
Could you? Could you?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Sounds like it might be fun.
Barack Obama, apparently. Yeah, so that was the voice of Arlen Specter.
Arlen Specter. We lost him.
Oh, yeah.
We lost him. Dang it.
How long ago now? It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Lost Arlen, right?
Yeah, it's been a while. It's got to be 10 years, right?
Has to be.
Got to be.
Oh, gosh, when he died?
Chris is looking it up right now, I think.
Arlen
Are you looking it
Specter.
up? No, Chris isn't.
2012. Yeah.
Yeah,
When?
there you go.
October
10
of
years.
2012.
2012?
I mean, that guy was involved in everything. You know, that eco freak murdering his girlfriend, the Kennedy assassination.
Specter.
Arlen Specter's been involved with everything.
Right. He sure has.
And I named 2 of them. He was
tried everything.
Who was he talking to? Was it Michelle Bachmann? Who was he talking to? Why don't you act like a
little lady? It was Michelle Bachmann.
That's got to be in that little machine. Come on, look for an Arlen Specter clip in there. There's got to be one in there. I don't think. Got to be something. No,
I don't think we have any Arlen Specter in there.
I don't think so. No,
that would be awesome if we did. Oh wait.
Shame.
As the
That's awesome.
Republican Party has moved farther and farther to the right,
Here we go.
I have found myself increasingly at odds with the Republican philosophy and more in line with the philosophy of the Democratic Party. When the stimulus package came up for a vote,
which one?
I felt that it was indispensable to vote aye in order to avoid the possibility of a 1929
Just say the line.
type depression.
Please.
Say the line.
In the course of the last several months since the stimulus vote, I have traveled the state, surveyed
Please say it. This has got to be where it says it, right?
the Republican Party
in this clip?
in Pennsylvania,
I forgot how
done
good your
public
impersonation
opinion
was.
polls, observed other public opinion polls,
Say the line.
Here we go.
and have found that the prospects for
dang it, he's not going to say
winning
it.
a Republican primary are bleak.
They're bleak. They're bleak. Especially the Republican Party.
Pulled an Arlen Specter line out of the box without the line.
Yeah, without the line.
Disappointing.
It kind of is.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of is. But we'll search for that because that's what we do.
That's awesome.
That's just what we do. Miss him. We don't have him to kick around.
No, we don't.
Sad.
No, we don't.
Sad. What did he die from? Was it a heart attack? Was it cancer?
Honestly, I don't remember.
I think he was vaccinated.
That was an early vaccination.
Yeah.
Really early.
Hold on. I'm reading. He was involved with Spygate with the Patriots. He was trying to.
Okay.
Well, you already told us he was involved in everything.
It's a 3 thing. Yeah. So
everything.
No, but I'm trying to figure. Hold on. Let's see. What did he die?
He was behind January 6th.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, from beyond the grave. He's the one who orchestrated it all.
From the bathhouse.
From the bathhouse.
All right. 888-900-3393. Oh, man. More coming up.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, American. It's Friday.
Let me take just a minute and tell you about the Jace case from Jace Medical, and then we'll get right back into our Arlen Specter search. I got a lot to get to still this morning, but the Jace case is something you absolutely need. If this supply chain of antibiotics ever dries up, is ever interrupted for any reason, and it already has been.
Yes, it
Keep
has.
in mind, we've had minor to moderate interruptions in the supply chain already, but this is the Jace case. It'll come to you with a flight of 5 separate antibiotics to treat all kinds of different bacterial illnesses, UTIs, respiratory infections, sinus infections, whatever. It's a great way to be ready for shortages. It's a great way to travel when your doctor's not available and maybe you don't have the pharmacy and you're out of state or whatever. It's really tough. This can take care of a lot of those things. Go to jacemedical.com and enter the promo code PAT at checkout. That's promo code PAT at jacemedical.com.
Pat Gray is unleashed.
We had some tweets here. Jimmy Dimples tweets, Biden in Kiev, so FDR met Churchill and Stalin in Casablanca in World War II. And if FDR ever stumbled, it was due to polio. What's Joe's excuse? Yeah, old age, dementia. It's stupid.
Yeah, that's a good point. I wonder how many times he's fallen just because he's stupid.
I would just
forgets how to walk.
A lot
to
of
do with
times.
age.
Yeah. I just read a thing where they say that he's really insecure about his intelligence level, which is why he always
fights about it.
Yeah, saying, "I'm probably the smartest guy you've ever met."
Oh yeah.
The smartest guy in every room. I'm smarter than you, and I've got all these... And he lies.
Higher IQ than you. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Higher IQ. I've got 3 degrees. No.
His dad must
barely
have
have one.
His dad probably called him stupid or something.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's been sensitive about it ever since. Plus, he is stupid, so that makes it worse.
So Dad was right.
Toddly42002 tweets, there should be a holiday every Monday if that guarantees Jeffy being there 3 days a week. Isn't that sweet? Isn't that nice? Jordan SP.
Can't get you in here 3 days a week, can we?
If Vivek G. Ramaswamy doesn't go on Pat Unleashed, even if he wins the nomination, I cannot vote for him.
Oh, wow.
Hope this helps, guys. I'm sure it will. I'm sure he'll be on now. Bob Loblaw tweets, MSNBC does an obvious job of taking over guests they don't like to make them appear argumentative. They suck as a media outlet.
And they're the ones that are argumentative. I mean, it's just agonizing.
Yeah. But that's the most flustered I think I've ever seen.
Agreed.
Vivek.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's one thing having a tough interview with fair questions, and then there's a dishonest interview.
Yeah, like he
where-
was doing.
Yeah.
Where you're just tracking down one thing. I mean, come on. Is it that big a deal anyway? I mean, it's a tiny concern.
It's a
deal.
deal. It's a deal. I know.
But
Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's a deal.
it's not worth badgering him for.
Right.
No. And by the way, just it's a shame that he's scared to come on this show.
I was going to say,
It is a shame.
he could have used that time to be here.
Right.
Yep.
Right. It's a good point. From Warlord Godrail. I just want my tweet read on air because I changed my handle.
There you go.
That's all.
Warlord Godrail.
There you go. Okay.
KJP special.
Congratulations. It happened for you. All right.
Yeah, KJP. I mean, we got some sad news about.
No,
KJP.
don't say that. Don't say that.
What's sad news about KJP?
Yeah.
What is it?
Wow.
Oh, no. Don't.
Oh, no. Yeah, get the piano.
All
Get
right.
it out.
What do you have?
So, Corinne Jean-Pierre, KJP, has separated
Oh, no.
Gosh.
Oh, no.
Suzanne Malva.
If you
her
can't
partner.
count on KJP and Suzanne's forever love, what in this world can you count on?
They've been together for more than 10 years.
10 years. Oh, no.
So now they're sharing.
No, honey, no. No.
They're sharing custody of their 9-year-old daughter.
Wait, how'd they
So-
get a 9-year-old daughter?
So late.
What
Well, they've
happened?
been together for 10 years.
Before they met, Suzanne
Okay.
was trying to adopt. And then they met, and KJP said, "Yeah, go ahead, bring in the kid."
Bring in the
whatever."
kid.
Okay. So it's an adopted girl.
Yeah.
9 years old.
So now she's a single mom.
Oh, no.
Who's co-parenting this amazing child.
No, honey, no.
Yeah. I mean, our number one privacy right now, according to KJP, is privacy.
Wait, our number one privacy is privacy?
Our number one priority is
privacy.
privacy.
my bad.
Yeah, sorry.
What if our number one privacy was priority? Then what would we do?
I think Jeffy's world is shattered right now, and he can't concentrate.
I might need to hear
Yeah,
the
well, I
music
don't blame
right
you.
now.
I don't blame you because it is.
So it's been a rough week.
This all came from an interview in Vogue that was just this loving, arm hugging,
yeah.
It was just agonizing. From
So
this,
they're
this
still in love, though.
profile
They're
of
still in love.
KJP. Oh,
But they just can't. What? They can't get along anymore.
Can't make it work.
They can't
the
make
couple,
it work.
yeah.
Because she's a workaholic. She's obviously constantly having to,
Lie.
relay stuff.
And lie.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Yeah, she's trying to
Lie. Yes.
Yeah, so maybe Suzanne thinks she's bringing her work home and lying to her.
That's very possible. Yeah. Now she goes on in this article. Now remember, she said in the one video where she got up, that one interview where she gets up at 4:30 to start every day.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Well, in this article in Vogue, she says her daily routine involves waking up at 5 a.m.
Wait, what?
I know.
Wait. Okay, didn't she said 4:30
She
in
said
the other
4:30 in that other interview, yes.
So she's bringing her work to us, too. She's lying again.
Correct.
She's lying again.
She arrives at the White House at 7 a.m.
Okay.
At 8:15, she has her first meeting with the chief of staff.
What does she do for that first hour and 15 minutes?
It doesn't say.
She fixes her hair.
It doesn't say. I will say that it says that she doesn't drink coffee, alcohol, and prefers to snack on roasted seaweed.
Me too.
Who doesn't?
Me too.
Doesn't?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm running low on my roasted seaweed supply right now. I
like her even less.
Or a banana smoothie. It's one of those. So maybe that's what she does between 7 and 8:15. I don't know.
Roasted seaweed.
Oh man, nothing.
Where do you go to buy roasted seaweed?
At the
roasted seaweed store.
That is perfect. Is that not perfect? You can't make that up. Roasted seaweed.
You can't make it up.
Okay.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that. That's the best KJP fact of all time.
Oh, well, here's some more from KJP.
All right.
Okay. So she talks about that she goes through prep with staff.
Of course.
Any updates to news of the day or statements are printed out, hole punched, and added to the binder, the great big book of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, does that line up with what she told us on that interview at TV?
No office in America relies on hole punchers like this one does.
Big book of everything.
Now, it says in this article,
okay,
if Jean-Pierre sounds rehearsed, that's because she rehearses.
Oh, my gosh.
In prep, she chooses adjectives and verbs with fastidious care.
And still is this bad. That's incredible. Can you imagine? Wow.
No wonder the wife left.
Yeah.
I mean, they broke up. I'm sorry. I mean, holy cow.
So she rehearses what she's going to say. She comes up with the words she wants to use, and she still can't do it.
She still can't do it.
Jeez.
I mean, we played that video. I don't know if we have
got it.
But,
Starts pretty early, 4:30 in the morning. I get up.
Okay, there's the interview
I start
with the
reading
4:30.
I have my first meeting at around 7:30 in the morning with my team, and then it just continues. We're prepping for the briefing room. But one thing that I will say, as you're asking me this question, is that it is an honor and a privilege to be the White House press secretary for the President of the United States. That is never lost on me.
Okay. Thanks.
Oof.
Love that diversity hire.
Right.
Just so you know, roasted seaweed is so good for you guys. You don't need me to tell you that it's a rich source of iodine.
Well, yeah, that's why I
Helps
eat
your
it all the time.
metabolism and your thyroid gland.
Right.
So
yeah, I have a sparkling thyroid right now.
Is it?
It sparkles inside my body. I've been told by physicians it actually sparkles inside your body.
Thyroid?
Hold on.
Yeah. And I said, well, that must be the roasted seaweed.
Hold on a second. I want to visit this for. Can we rest there for just a moment? Is it your thyroid that sparkles, or everybody's thyroid that sparkles?
No, just mine.
No, just Pat's.
Just the people on roasted seaweed.
Have you ever had your doctor say your thyroid was sparkling?
I have not.
No.
That's why I'm wondering. This is
I know.
good for you, man.
Eat your heart out.
Maybe you start pounding down some seaweed.
Well, it's got to be roasted.
Roasted seaweed. Yeah, of course.
Okay. Noted.
So our man Jimmy Fallon. We'll just continue on with the Fat Five here. Tune the Fat. You should subscribe. Available wherever you get your podcast. Jimmy Fallon in trouble.
No.
2 current and 14 former employees of the Tonight Show has claimed that this was a toxic workplace for years.
Oh no.
Far outside the boundaries of what's considered normal in the high pressure world of late night TV. Toxic. Okay. Former employees described the Tonight Show as a tense and pretty glum atmosphere.
Okay.
With some alleging they were belittled and intimidated by their bosses, including Fallon himself.
Oh, no.
Some employees described being afraid of Fallon's outbursts and unexpected, inconsistent behavior. Many of these staffers voiced concerns through HR complaints. But the problems persisted. Okay.
This is what happens when the participation trophy club winds up in the workforce. This is what happens. We hear this kind of stuff all the time.
Yep.
Get over it.
Hey, no, I mean
he said something mean to me.
He used to snap at crew members.
Oh, no.
He expressed irritation.
Stop it. He expressed irritation?
He expressed irritation
good
over
thing we never do that.
Over the smallest
thing
things.
We never do that.
Sitting over here. Well, his was
I was
over
thinking
the
about that
smallest
too.
Smallest things?
Over the smallest things, yeah.
We only express irritation over like semi-small things. To large things.
I'm thinking this is not the workplace for me that Jeffy's describing.
It was like if Jimmy was in a bad mood, everyone's day is effed up.
Oh, wow.
I just want to apologize to the staff if you guys are taking this article to heart.
Thank you. Actually, I'm going to go and tell them about how hard it is to work here. That person is brave.
Bunch of crybabies.
So we'll see what happens. I mean, we'll see what happens. Now, he's apologized.
Okay.
I mean,
really?
Yes.
Yeah, Jimmy, have you not learned that the apology means nothing? They don't want your apology. They want your job. No. They want you to go away and never be seen again.
And the shows are off now anyway, right? We're on strike, so they're not doing the shows. They are doing, and I missed the first episode, Jimmy Kimmel, Seth Meyers, Stephen Colbert, John Oliver, and Fallon are doing a Strike Force 5 podcast.
Together?
Yes.
So we've taken all
Zoom.
the late night suck and just compacted into one helpful,
They signed a
place.
deal 12 weeks for all of them to show up. This was from episode 1.
Man. Oh, my gosh. No, thank you.
And so we'll see how long it lasts before this becomes toxic.
Strike Force 5.
Unreal.
I bet it's good. Hold on. If it's just the 5 of them, and there's nobody working with them,
right?
Nobody writing
each
for them.
Each week they're going to rotate who's
terrible.
Who's going to be the lead? So who knows? I mean, it's great. It's great.
Wow, I'll be tuning into that at never o'clock. Ugh. No.
I tried to find the new Fanta soda drink. And nobody had it yesterday. I looked everywhere for it. It's the Fanta beverage. They've got this new Fanta out there that
look at that.
Well, yeah, the new top one, What the Fanta. And it will turn your tongue black when you drink it.
So it's Halloween based?
I don't want my tongue turned black.
What does it taste like? What does Halloween taste like?
Well, that's a secret.
Blood?
It's a secret.
I bet it tastes like blood.
Really?
Yeah. And I was hoping to have it here.
Is it like black cherry or
what is
something?
It? Come on, tell us.
It's a secret. I don't know.
Right, but he's asking, what does it taste like?
Yeah, that's what
your
I'm
tongue
asking.
turns black. Okay.
All right.
Your weight loss drugs are a new luxury. I don't have to tell you that.
My weight loss drugs?
Yeah.
They're a luxury?
They're a luxury now.
Okay.
And not just because of their high prices.
Mine are diabetes drugs.
Whatever.
They're not weight loss drugs.
Sure, whatever. You call it whatever you want. Ozempic and Wegovy, right, from Novo Nordisk became Europe's most valuable now, eclipsing Louis Vuitton.
Wow.
$428 billion when the European markets closed earlier this week. And LVMH is only $419 billion. So they're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
They, in fact, Denmark, where the company is, they recently said their economic growth forecast, they put that in the positive range.
Yeah,
for the next year.
I bet. Yeah. I mean, it's a miracle drug.
Yeah.
I don't take Wegovy or Ozempic, but I take Mounjaro, which is just like
same
it.
thing.
Yeah.
Hey, do you guys remember me telling you something during the break about the company forcing my computer to restart in the middle of the show, even though
did it happen again?
Even though I told it to restart at 9 a.m. Today. I had already told it. Hey,
look at that!
Oh my gosh!
Look at that!
It only took Keith math 35 41 minutes.
Not bad.
This is.
When you started to tell on it, then it decided, okay, we better get this done. Wrap it up. Wrap it up right now.
That's kind of a minor irritation.
It's a first world problem.
It is.
But still, it's irritating. Same thing happened to me the other day. Stop with the updates.
Okay.
All right.
John Munoz, you're in the building. We need
Stop
you to
the
visit here,
updates.
please.
All right. First, we'll get to we'll finish
There's
up the
one
Fat
more,
Five.
there's one
We got
more,
one more. All right. We'll get to that in just a minute. But first, let me tell you about real estate agents I trust, because these are real estate agents you can trust. Yeah, the name does say it all. Whether you're buying or selling or doing both because you're relocating, probably to Texas. And that's great. We'd love to have you. If you don't try to poison us with your dumb politics from California or New York. But we've got great realtors for you, and they'll help you sell your home or buy a home. Do both if you need to. Because this is a company that Glenn put together, and he didn't want you to have a bad experience with a realtor like he did. So these are successful realtors. They know your market. They're going to be there from start to finish with you to see the whole job through. It's Real Estate Agents I Trust. Again, the name says it all. realestateagentsitrust.com.
You're listening to Pat Gray Unleashed.
Got some tweets here from Sean Unseen. Keith is wearing the black Nebraska shirt I sent him. Jeffy is not wearing the blue Hawaiian I got him.
Oh, no.
Wow. That's
How
sad.
about you back off? I'll wear what I want, all right? I mean, I appreciate the shirt and everything.
Yeah. Not very much, apparently.
Thanks,
since
Sean.
You're not wearing it.
I said I appreciate it.
Some people are, grateful.
Yeah, I don't
show
have a-
gratitude. Some don't.
I don't have a good game day shirt.
I said thank you.
Okay. Like I said, some are grateful. Some just show blatant ingratitude. Sad. It's sad but true. Sorry about that, Sean. Arlen Specter of Thune tweets, Arlen obviously orchestrated J6 from his Senate bathhouse in the sky. Yep. I'm a licking butter. How stupid are you if you have to rehearse being stupid? Little KJP reference.
I mean, no kidding. Think how bad she is, and that's rehearsed.
Yeah.
Holy
It's incredible.
cow.
It seriously is incredible. Well, it's like we said yesterday. The incompetence there knows no bounds at the White House. Like the Bill Richardson situation where they're doing a eulogy for him. They're eulogizing him and sending out condolences to the family and talking about the family. And they actually send condolences for a daughter he doesn't have.
Doesn't exist.
Unbelievable.
I don't even know how that's possible.
We showed you how it was
How are
possible.
you that
That's
bad?
exactly how they
and
did
I just
it.
threw out, what, they Googled the wrong Bill Richardson?
No, they
Googled the wrong Bill
they didn't
Richardson
even bother
information.
To click on the search result. They just saw it in the side there.
Somebody had faulty information that he had a daughter named Heather.
So that means that there's somebody in. Okay, that'll do. Thank you.
That'll do, pig.
My gosh.
What's that from?
The
Princess Bride.
No, the pig movie.
Yes, from the pig movie.
What is that?
Is it Babe?
Babe.
Babe.
Yes,
Oh, Babe.
Babe.
Yeah. Duh. I figured. I just
Good
went
call.
with. I just played the odds.
Like
there.
I said, the pig movie.
I went with Princess Bride on
And
every
it usually
quote.
would be Princess Bride.
So what were we talking about? The Richardson. Oh, there's somebody on staff that's dumber than KJP that fed her bad information that put out this press
she
release.
might have done it. That might have been her.
Oh yeah, we do know she tweets for Biden.
And it's despicable that you can't do any. You got to do better. Okay, you're working for the most powerful office in the world. You got to do better. I mean, it's pathetic. Sweater Yams tweets, KJP rehearses adjectives and verbs. Destructiveness was rehearsed. I love it.
Yes.
I love it. Yeah, it is hard to imagine, but yes. Pat's sparkling thyroid. Oh, it's already got a
nice
Twitter handle. I just love roasted seaweed. Can't start my day without it. Yeah, you too?
I thought that would be the handle. Roasted seaweed.
It will be
please,
for somebody.
I almost said, boy, I can't wait till someone sends us some roasted seaweed, but then I stopped myself because it's like, please do not.
Yeah, somebody
please
would.
do not.
My first wife, never mind, I won't tell that story.
Wow, that was a good setup.
All right, yeah.
It was just a seaweed story with the first wife.
Is it not for
She didn't
air?
roast it, she boiled it.
That's
and
good.
ate it.
Is even better.
Do you remember when
That's
McDonald's
even
had
better.
that McSeaweed burger? What was that thing called?
I remember I said,
is it
first
with the
wife.
carrageenan in it?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking
Yeah,
about?
it was about 20 years ago or something.
Yeah, because everybody's like, what's carrageenan? Why is that in my burger? And then we found out it's seaweed.
But it had a weird name, too. What was it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll look it
I don't know. Occam's Electric Razor tweets,
The McLean.
How soon can we expect Kexi to make roasted seaweed cookies?
That's a good question.
They're being baked right now, as a matter of fact.
The name of that burger was McLean. The McLean.
Oh, the McLean.
The McLean, whatever.
McLean
Deluxe
yes.
or whatever.
Yeah. All right.
Yum yum. What else you got?
I will say this: we don't have roasted seaweed yet, but we do have pumpkin spice because it's autumn, and
that's like the replacement for
pumpkin-based
seaweed.
cookie with vanilla chips and a brown butter frosting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was right on par with seaweed.
S'mores with a marshmallow fluff center.
Yeah, that was really good.
Chocolate chips drizzled with chocolate and topped with marshmallows, and one of my favorites, the caramel apple pie made with apple cider and our delicious homemade caramel that Jackie developed.
I love
so
that.
good. And the maple pecan, if you like nuts, this one is inspired by the BYU cougar tail where you get that giant maple donut. It's about 8 feet long, and it takes you the entire game to eat it. Delicious.
What if it goes into
Kexi.com,
overtime?
Keksi.
What if it goes into overtime? Then what do you do?
I don't necessarily think
Then you buy another one.
It doesn't take the whole game. I just want to be clear about that.
Well, for some, right?
It takes
You're right.
a drive and a half.
All right, I got one more. Peekapool, the hypothetical jackhole Pokemon.
KGP.
Hypothetical, yeah. Why would Vivek come into what is essentially the Bergmentum war room?
That's a good ploy, man. That is.
That's a good. We're all about Doug Burgum, and he probably knows that by now.
Busted.
All right, more Pat Gray Unleashed coming up.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
I got to take a minute and tell you about Eden Pure Thunderstorm air purifiers because these things are fantastic. You take them out of the box, you pop up the plug-in,
Okay.
right there.
Two
that
steps.
easy.
Right. 2 steps.
You
Take
plug
out.
it into the wall.
Oh, 3 steps.
3. Now here's the 4th. It's a little bit complex.
4.
You take this knob here and you twist it.
Okay,
to turn
so
it on.
out of the box.
That turns it on.
Pull up the plugs.
Yeah.
Plug it in.
Plug it
and
in.
then turn on the knob.
Turn it on.
I think I could remember that.
You think so?
I think so.
Yeah.
And walk away.
And then walk away.
Now we got a 5th step.
And then your odors go away. And so does bacteria and viruses that are floating around.
And Jeffy.
Mold. And yeah, if Jeffy happened to, sneak into your room, into your house for some reason and you weren't aware.
The restraining order is just a piece of paper. It doesn't actually stop him.
The O3 molecules actually get rid of him.
Nobody realizes that.
No, that's good. That's good. Okay, so it's a Jeffy deflector.
It is. It is. But this will take care of the cigarette smoke, the litter box smell. So if you've got pets, nobody will know because you've got the Eden Pure Thunderstorm air purifiers. They've sold so many of these.
That's awesome.
And they caught up, and now they're ready to send them to your house. Right now, you can save $200 on 3 thunderstorms. That's 3 units for under $200. Just go to EdenPureDeals.com, enter the promo code PAT. EdenPureDeals.com, discount code PAT, and shipping is free.
Pat Gray is unleashed.
Now, wait a minute. I'll stop and you can talk. Okay. I'll treat you like a lady. So act like one.
Oh, no!
We miss him today. We miss him. I forget how he came up, but Arlen Specter is back.
How did he come up today?
I forget.
Bathhouses at the Senate?
John Thune taking over for Mitch McConnell.
Because that's the only time we ever mention John Thune.
Can we
is in reference to his book where he called him a Greek god.
All right.
Pat Gray Unleashed should be retitled to ADHD Unleashed.
Yes.
That's what happens with us.
Pretty much. By the way, did you know we got these great stories about immigration? First of all, a couple of years ago, Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City, tweeted this about New York City.
Okay.
We should protect our immigrants. Period. Yes, New York City will remain a sanctuary city under an Adams administration. Huh. Okay, right.
Cool.
Because you're getting, what, 2 or 3 a year, and you welcome those 2 or 3. It's great to have them. Hi, welcome. Let's find a nice place and a hot meal for you. We'll get you a job. Okay, well, it's a little bit different now, isn't it?
He's getting what he wanted, right?
Yeah, and he seems to have had a change of heart, even though he's getting what he wanted.
Oh, no.
Yeah, now that they're overrunning his city, now that there's 110,000 of them, he doesn't like it so much. Here's what he said as he addressed the city council the other day.
No support. And let me tell you something, New Yorkers.
Tell us.
Never in my life have I had a problem that I did not see an ending to. I don't see an ending to this.
Wait, what?
Wait, it's
I
a
don't see an
problem?
ending to this.
Pause it for a second. Why is it a problem?
Yeah, that's...
What do you mean it's a problem? I thought you were welcoming.
Right.
In New York. We welcome everybody.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We're
a sanctuary city.
Sanctuary city.
This is where you come for sanctuary.
Yeah.
This is literally what you ran on.
We're like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. You come in and we give you sanctuary. Notre Dame. I'm sorry. Like the Hunchback. Sanctuary. Sanctuary. Anyway, he had more.
ADD unleashed.
Yeah.
Will destroy New York City. Destroy New York City.
What?
We're getting 10,000 migrants a month.
Pause it for a second.
Okay.
What's the problem?
Compare that to Texas, who's only getting about 200,000 a month.
Yeah.
Let's see, 10,000 is way more than 200,000, right?
It is in some people's math.
And let's think of this. New York City is a large place, Eric.
Yeah.
Border towns are not.
Right.
And they are dealing with a lot more numbers than you are, bro.
My gosh. He's whining and moaning about his 100,000 when we've got 5 million here that we have to deal with on a regular basis. And we've been dealing with this for 60 years. They've had a few months of it.
I know.
And they're going out of their minds. Now, let's see more.
One time we were just getting Venezuela.
Mm-hmm.
Now we get Ecuador. Mm-hmm. Now we get Russian speaking coming through Mexico. Now we getting Western Africa.
Right.
Now we getting people from all over the globe have made their minds up that they're going to come through the southern part of the border and come into New York City.
Diversity is our strength.
Everyone is saying it's New York City's problem.
I can't. I just
Every community in this city is going to be impacted. We had a $12 billion deficit that we're going to have to cut. Every service in this city is going to be impacted.
I can't take any more. I really can't.
Are you serious?
So now, because he's bitching and moaning and whining and crying about it, the Biden administration is actually considering an executive order.
Oh, no.
To force illegals to stay in Texas. They're going to force us to keep them and I guess somehow stop the bus transportation to New York City and elsewhere.
Gosh.
Well, sure, because the liberals are insulated from this problem when they're 2,000 miles away from it. They don't care what's going on at the border. They couldn't give a rat's anus about it.
Oh, my gosh.
And they if they're forced to stay here, well, then the Northeastern liberals can go back to calling Texans racists and xenophobes for wanting to control the border. I mean, listen to the
a lot
crap
like a
coming out of
restraining order. An executive order you don't have to follow, right? We're still going to ship them out.
I would think
they pick and choose
Abbott
which
still
laws.
would.
You're damn right they do.
Yeah, yeah. It's unbelievable that they're considering trying to do this in the first place.
Yes.
Because why? Why would you do that? I thought diversity was our strength.
Right. So,
isn't that what we all agreed on?
So the same administration that in the same week says, we got a judge to say that the buoys in the Rio Grande, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say, oh, no, you can't use those to stop the invasion of your state.
Yeah, today's the day they're supposed to.
So they're saying that
remove them.
Next week.
I think they got
without
a little bit more time.
The appeal,
right. So they're saying you got to get those out of there.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta let them come over. Just come on through. Then they're saying, oh yeah, in Texas, this is your problem. Okay, you know what? I'll make a deal with you. How about this, federal government? You want to say that we have no border and that we have to keep illegals here? Then it's our problem. Then it's time to just shake hands and move on.
Mm-hmm.
Because now it's the Republic of Texas.
Yes.
At that point, if you're not going to do your job as a federal government and protect us,
then we're going to have to
if we have no sovereign border by this government, by definition, then we'll just make it our own. This is insanity. I mean, this is exactly what they want, though. They want the chaos. They want the disturbance. They want the crime. They want us to pay out the nose and drain our coffers in this state.
But this goes back to it being a genius maneuver by Greg Abbott.
Yes.
I don't care what you say about Greg Abbott and whether you like him or not. This was one of the greatest political moves in the history of mankind because it woke up the Northeast.
Sure did.
To being a border state, or just giving them a teeny little taste. You got a crumb of the problem, and you're going out of your minds with it. Try dealing with what we deal with down here every single day.
Vineyard, we sent it at Martha's Vineyard, and they sent it in the National Guard.
Yeah.
They cared so much. They cared so much about them.
How quickly did they get rid of them? All of them. Yeah, we don't have any room here.
We don't have any room.
What? You've got like 17,000 vacant homes that are only used at a certain time of year. Yeah,
Look
we can't.
At the time.
It's all man, I wish
We've got people waterboarding. Wait, never mind.
You know, Chris sent me this story. The U.S.-Canadian border is flooded with illegal crossers, more caught in 2023 than the previous 10 years combined. Over 6,100 people from 76 countries have been caught crossing into the U.S. along our border with Canada just in the past 11 months. That's interesting.
Ta-da! That's great.
So, okay, tell you what.
Great.
If the federal government isn't allowing us to ship them to the Northeast, then we'll just put them on a boat and drop them off just north of Maine.
Okay.
And point them south in Canada.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, clearly they're crossing there.
Yep,
I mean,
they are.
Help.
I mean, it's a problem that's completely out of control right now.
Yes.
Completely.
What does this nation look like a year from now?
I can't tell you what it looks like this afternoon.
I know.
Guys, are you
Will it
ready
still
to
be 112 degrees? Or?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That I can tell you. It probably still will be. Yeah. But if you're ready to boost your testosterone, get your old self back. Our sponsor, Nugenix Total T, is offering a complimentary bottle when you text 231-231. Enter the keyword unleashed. If you're really ready to get into shape, to get your muscle mass back, your energy back, because as men age, we lose free testosterone. It's the man hormone. We lose that fire. It's harder to feel as alive, as energetic, and be as active. It's even harder to stay in shape. Well, now you can get all that back with Nugenix. If you want more energy, more power to fight the negative effects of aging, Nugenix Total T Testosterone Booster with Testofen is for you. And right now you can get a complimentary bottle when you text 231-231 and enter the keyword unleashed. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. It can help re-energize your life. So get a complimentary bottle right now of Nugenix Total T when you text 231-231, enter the keyword unleashed. Text now, and you'll also get a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, which is their newest and most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you lose fast and get lean fast. So text 231-231, enter the keyword unleashed. Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply. It's the #1 recommended brand by primary care physicians based on an independent survey conducted by IQVIA 2022.
Pat Gray, Unleashed.
So a PatHead sent this to us. Wanted some feedback on this, I guess. Today's the first day of our... This is from a professor at BYU.
Okay.
Is Ben Abbott the professor? Or
I think so. Do we have the tweet? We could put that up
Yeah, we got the tweet. I have it anyway in my hand here. Today's the first day of our open climate change course at BYU.
Nice.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Yay! That's wonderful. Okay. Whether you're an official student or interested community member, you're invited every Tuesday and Thursday at 9:30. Or you can Zoom. You can either be there in person or on Zoom.
Good. I can't get to Provo, so that helps.
The course info and links are all in the syllabus, and then it gives you a link to the syllabus.
You got to see some excerpts from this course. It's very, very disturbing. Who pointed this out? Who tweeted this out? Was this says on the sheet there? Right there. Who's that? What account?
Luke Hansen.
Okay, yeah. This is a good find by him.
Yeah, found a disturbing paragraph. Is this from the syllabus itself?
It is.
Profoundly troubling signs from human activities include sustained increases in both human and ruminant livestock populations.
Boom.
If there's one thing I hate,
is ruminant
livestock. I know we talk about this too much, but I'm sorry. I feel so passionately about the ruminant livestock population.
I was afraid you might hesitate on this since we do talk about it so much.
Yeah, well, that's why we haven't brought it up until now, because all week has been ruminant livestock population week. And we're like, okay, let's give it a rest for a few days.
But we have to.
Yeah, we have to. But we got to talk about it.
This is terrifying, though.
Encouraging signs include decreases in global fertility rates.
Those are what kind of signs?
Encouraging signs.
Oh, wow.
That there are decreases in global fertility rates. The birth rates. Holy cow.
So he's happy about it?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, this is a BYU professor. This is what I've been saying, that this kind of mentality, this progressivism, is infecting us everywhere in education, including some of the most conservative universities in the country. How can this happen at BYU this goes directly against the teachings of the church. Encouraging signs of decreases in the global fertility rate? How as a BYU professor are you calling that encouraging? I'm sorry. It's bull crap. And how are you not believing that God put a planet together that's capable of supporting the life on it?
Right.
And it's not like the life coming up with technologies is a surprise to God. He's not surprised that we came up with SUVs. Is he? Right? So I think, does he want us to do our best to take care of it? Yes. Yes, he does. Like, I shouldn't go out and defecate on the sidewalk. That's probably a bad idea.
Well,
I also shouldn't throw my waste of lunch, like a sack lunch, and then throw the garbage out the window, and just leave it on the side of the road.
Well, unless it has roasted seaweed, because the animals really like that.
Well, the birds go nuts over it, over the roasted seaweed. They love it like crazy.
And I'm with Jeffy.
They end up attacking you. They're pissed. What are you giving us?
I'm with Jeffy. I mean, there's a time and a place to defecate in the street.
Yeah, I mean,
San Francisco comes to mind. That's like a rite of passage there.
But come on. I mean, it's more resilient than the global warmist freaks
sure is.
Yes.
Are saying. I mean, look at the ozone layer. It healed itself. Look what happened on the BP spill. It went out to, they were freaked out about that gigantic oil spill, and they were showing it every single day.
Sure were.
Look at this thing expand.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, it was gone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, we can't find the BP oil spill. What happened?
Yeah.
Well, the ocean took care of it.
The earth leaks
that's
out
how it
oil
works.
like that all the time. And then
so it
takes
knows how
care
to
of
deal
it.
with it.
It's fascinating, right? Where they
Drives me
will
out of
freak
my
out
mind.
about that, but yet they have no problem with solar farms killing birds by superheating the air
by the millions,
or the windmills knocking the birds out of the sky, and now
including bald eagles.
And now we've got the whales dying off the shore. I mean,
all of that's fine.
The
though. Don't worry
hypocrisy
about that.
is maddening.
And they don't even consider. Here we are with one of their big solutions is what? EVs. Right? The electric vehicles are going to save the planet because then we'll get the combustion engine off the road. Really? And where is that energy going to come from? Let's say tomorrow. Everybody switches over to an EV. Everybody. You give us all free EVs and everybody has one.
Oh, cool.
We're close to that.
They'd like to. And if we would let them, they would do that. But they can't because there's not enough.
So what would happen if we
all
all had EVs like they wanted us to?
The electric grid would shut down immediately.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me ask you
There's
this.
not enough energy on this planet to run all the cars.
But these batteries that we put in the cars, those are really clean and stuff. They don't harm.
No, they're not, Keith.
What's
no,
up?
they're not. They're environmental hazards,
How so?
actually. because they're going to sit there in a landfill somewhere after their usefulness.
Well, yeah, and never mind the pre-use.
Yeah.
What's happening in Africa with the child labor and raping of the planet over there.
Right.
I swear.
It's so short-sighted and so ridiculous. And that's all they want to talk about is global warming now. Biden was doing it again. I had another story here about Biden and global warming. It's hard to take.
It sure is.
It's really hard to take. Let me see if I can find that.
Well, if you're unable to find that.
Oh, okay. I know what it was.
Okay.
He is canceling the oil leases.
Yes. Oh, gosh.
Yes. In Alaska.
Oh, my word. I lost my mind last night when I saw that.
Oh, my gosh. So he's the guy who's been saying, we're drilling, drilling.
More than any president.
More than anybody. I said okay to everything.
Did you?
I'm drilling more than anybody ever has. I do personal drilling. I go out and drill more than ExxonMobil does.
That was my first job.
Here's his tweet from last night. We're canceling all remaining oil and gas leases issued under the previous administration in the Arctic refuge and protecting more than 13 million acres in the Western Arctic. As the climate crisis warms the Arctic, we have a responsibility to protect this treasured region for all ages.
Can you believe it? I mean, here we are with oil prices skyrocketing. Saudi Arabia is cutting back their production of oil by 1 million barrels per day. Our prices are going up, and he's doing this?
Yep.
It's an emergency. It's a climate emergency.
Climate emergency, yeah.
And we just had a story about how the U.S. influence over oil prices is waning because of BRICS, for one thing, and because Saudi Arabia doesn't listen to us anymore. It's like, hey, could you not cut the oil production? Nope, we're going to.
Doing what we want.
Yeah, they're doing what they want because they don't respect or like Biden in any way, shape, or form. And all they have to do now is turn to Russia and China, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
I don't like India being in that sphere of influence
either.
either.
As well.
I mean, you talk about absurdities. Do we have time for that little clip from The View yesterday with Whoopi Goldberg at her...
Is Whoopi back? I thought she had COVID.
Yeah, well, she dialed in from her house.
Oh my gosh!
So we're back to doing
can't do
long
the show
distance
without her.
Yeah, all right.
This is important. Oof, gosh.
I have COVID. I just have COVID. I'm still testing positive. Apparently, I have to have a clear test before I can come back. So I can't wait to get back and hang out. But until then. It's me and my mask.
Really?
And I'm sort of confined to my room.
You're in your house wearing a mask?
You'll find my room.
She's trying to protect herself from giving it back to herself.
Right.
So she wears a mask, and that will protect her from not giving it to her.
I guess she has to protect all her do people at the house, right? I mean, she's got... Whoopi's not...
There was no
Whoopi
one...
doesn't live alone.
No one within sight
but
there.
Well, that's because that's her room. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So the do people, the maids. And
she may,
servants.
honestly, Jeffy, her intelligence level may be as such that she thinks that she's preventing it from going to the co-host through the computer.
Would that surprise anybody? No, it would not surprise me one iota.
No, it would not surprise me at all.
Not one iota.
What a world.
Also, one more tweet that we got to share with you.
Oh, yeah.
This came from one of the godless animals. Because...
Really?
Utah's playing Baylor this weekend, right?
That'll be fun.
Yeah. Won't that be fun?
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be in the Big 12 next year. Baylor already is.
Here? They're playing here in Waco?
And they're playing in Waco.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So one of the this is just adorable.
Oh, wow.
What a Utah fan did. He flashed Happy Baylor Week because Baylor's in Waco. So he thought it would be a funny thing to put up the fact that 83 people died in this blaze.
Yeah, mostly women and children.
Including women and children. Yeah. Don't give me your eye roll on this. This is despicable garbage. This is what they do.
This is the federal government.
Why do I call them godless animals? Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And I appreciate the reference now.
Yeah.
Now I'm on board with you. Right?
Yeah, look at that. That's fine.
Hold on. Let me see if I got this
fine
response
with you.
predicted. It's one fan.
It's
sorry. Not the school.
I'm sorry that the people died at Waco, but it was
You don't
just
sound
a
sorry.
joke.
Yeah, you don't sound sorry at all.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Maybe they should
it's
have
really
done what
funny.
the federal government said.
Jeez.
Maybe they should have come out.
Bro.
Yeah, we'll remember that when the feds show up at your house and shoot you dead.
No, thank you.
After they throw
That doesn't feel like a hypothetical
flashbang.
anymore.
No, it doesn't.
That doesn't
No,
feel like
it
a stretch
does
at all.
not.
Sure doesn't.
Sadly, though, it does not, man.
No.
It's a rough time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very
I
rough
swear,
time.
this immigration stuff is pissing me off.
Yeah.
I just saw, here it is. Perfect. Look at this. This is exactly right. Who posted this? John Gabriel posted this. This is Biden's border wall. This is the plan for Biden's border wall. We're going to put it north of Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas. We're just going to keep all the illegals.
That's probably
right
that's about
here,
right.
Right
Yeah.
there.
I tweeted that out already, so you can find it online.
Pat Unleashed.
You're
Pat
on top. You got your
Unleashed,
finger on the pulse, baby.
Yeah. Soon we have to do this, right? Soon we're going to have to do the national divorce because we're just too different now. We're just too different.
Yep.
I don't know that there's any coming together. I don't like that. I don't want it to be,
know.
but here we are. I mean, what isn't that the reality of it? It's like we just can't agree on anything anymore.
But in the meantime, we have football to watch.
Yeah, we do.
Yes.
That's helpful.
absolutely.
Who does Missouri
Big
play this
weekend.
weekend?
I think Middle Tennessee State.
Oh, that's a tough one. Keith,
Nebraska,
Colorado,
Oh, yeah.
Nebraska.
11 a.m. on your local Fox channel.
And of course, when BYU and Southern Utah University get together,
Woo!
you can toss out all the record notes coming up this weekend. We'll see you Monday.
This is Pat Gray.